Hello and welcome to a very bonus special edition of Chattercade Podcast. I, don't have my normal co-host today.
What are you on about? I'm Hayden.
Oh, sorry, Hayden. Sorry, you look a bit different today. You look a bit rough.
Yeah, I put some weight on.
Get on the exercise bike, lose it. Anyway, I'm your host, King Thomas Hughes, and if you couldn't guess, I'm joined by Geeky Bear, Alex.
Hello, I am Geeky Bear.
Because today we're discussing something he wanted to talk about for a change.
Yeah.
And that is Wandavision.
Wandavision.
That obviously finished very recently after its 9-episode run. And, it was
what a
very,
9 episodes.
very interesting show. If you look at, obviously, the whole of what Marvel's done prior to this in terms of TV shows, a lot of it has been either like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is like sort of like essentially like a cop show.
And then like Jessica Jones.
You got all the Netflix ones which are like basically Law and Order basically and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And obviously we don't talk about Inhumans, that was a big flop. But I mean,
oh god, yes.
This was obviously their sort of, I don't know how you say, but
it was like an experiment.
I'd say it's very experimental.
But what an experiment it was.
So obviously it's the first like 3 episodes. Basically sort of like the same sort of style of comedy and whatnot, nothing else more. There's nothing really shown too much. There's obviously a few subtle hints, but that's it.
Yeah,
like, obviously the radio,
the bit of the splash of colour every now and again.
Yeah, the beekeeper, which we never even heard of again.
Yeah.
The one thing people keep saying is, "Where's the beekeeper?" He's just gone. But I mean, obviously, they never really showed too much, so it was always going into these episodes like, what's going on? Literally, is this just gonna be a sitcom the entire time? But then obviously, episode 4 comes in. Episode 4 comes in, and obviously,
you're just basically seeing what happened on the other side.
Exactly, and obviously that's when you start learning. Okay, I'm getting a bit more information. Obviously, not too much information. We're just learning the extent of what these characters know. They know that she's trapped in there, and stuff like that. They don't know too much, but obviously then, from that episode onwards, they then start jumping in and out of the sitcom and reality. So you're learning more and more as every episode goes along, and each episode obviously goes up in time-wise for the fact that first one's like 20 minutes, then it's like 30 minutes, then it's like 4. It keeps like going up and up until it reaches 55. I think it was the longest episode.
I don't know.
It was just under an hour. I think the last one was.
No, I think that was 49 minutes, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's a bit sad.
No, it was 56, I think it was, but obviously that's when you crank credits and shit.
Yeah, the 7-minute credits is a pain. Every time you sort of see the credits, I'm just like,
please stand by. Please stand by, the arch enemy of everyone right now.
Yep.
But I mean, obviously, it was something really different from the short trailers you got of it. You never really got to know much. Again, all you knew was it was sitcom, but there was these obviously few flashes of reality. And watching the first 3 episodes, you didn't really get that until the end of the 3rd episode, when obviously Monica got blasted out.
Yeah,
and you saw then the camera switched to the obviously widescreen. Yeah, I think it was episode 3, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was the first one with colour.
Cheer up, sleepy dream.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like this is a show that, especially in a time like this, actually brought everyone together for the fact that I've never seen a show that's had so many fucking theories about it. Okay, none of them turn out to be real, and obviously a lot of people are pissed off about that. But I mean, I've never seen a show that's got so many fucking people talking at once. Like is this going to happen? Is this going to happen? Is this the bad guy?
3 witches. There's going to be Ultron, the Mephisto, Nightmare, everything.
Exactly. I've never seen a show that's brought people together that much.
I've got to say, the one theory that was true, which every time it went on a bit further and further, I was just like, I'm not actually too sure anymore. I think they're just going to pull us along. And that was Agnes being Agatha Hart. Yeah. I was just like, every episode it went on and on. I was just like, I'm not too sure anymore. But then it all happened, and I was just like, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, Obviously, they could have obviously done a fucking anything and just teased it like she was, and then like, oh no, she's not.
No, it's just a random person like
Yeah,
Dottie.
but I feel like they needed the bad guy for the overall series, and if it wasn't going to be anyone major, because now that you think about it, it's someone like having Mephisto or Nightmare be the major bad guy for the fact that how big of a villain they are. It's kind of a waste of potential just having them appear like one episode in the finale or something to fight her. So it makes sense the fact that they built up this character of Agnes the entire time to go, like, yeah, she's actually is what you all thought she was, Agatha Har, and have her fight Wanda at the end, because then saving like Mephisto and Nightmare for Doctor Strange.
Who knows? Yeah, Doctor Strange.
That's where this is obviously leading into. Is Multiverse of Madness. Obviously, that's the thing with this one. It's a lot different to the old ones. For the fact that they did share a link at times, like
Jessica Jones taking photos of the Avengers in Avengers Assemble, I think it was, or being there.
The one I was going to actually say was in Age of Ultron when the helicarriers turn up. That was all because of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because Coulson built them in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So that was a tie. That's like obviously a major fucking tie for the fact that if it wasn't for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the helicarriers wouldn't have existed.
My bad.
So obviously this is the first time it's actually tying in. If you think of it like the scene in Endgame when the Ancient One's showing Hulk the fucking timeline, he takes stuff out of it and whatnot. Think of it that those bits out of it are the other like defenders and shit like that.
Yeah.
Whereas this timeline obviously is the main one, and now this one's being brought back into it. Yeah.
Yeah. My hand. Very glowy. Sorry, getting distracted.
Glow.
I'm having an out-of-body experience, like
Hulk.
Yeah, just been like pushed out my body. But yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting, and like it's kind of created like multiple like scenarios for like in the future. So like we've got Monica Rambeau, who's going to become Photon, Spectrum, Captain Marvel, because she was the original Captain Marvel. But you know, we got the Captain Marvel one. The can't remember her name.
Carol.
That's out. Yeah, that's it.
Carol Danvers.
Yeah.
Just ask, mate, and I'll tell you.
Thank you.
Yeah, obviously she's going into the actual second movie though. She's going to be part of that. That's the thing. A lot of the characters from this are all going into their own movies after this. Obviously, they say fucking Faz. What you know? She's going to Captain Marvel. My mind's gone there. Trying to, I don't know why. She's going to Captain Marvel. Yeah, she's going to Captain Marvel too. Monica is. Obviously, Jimmy's going into more than likely Ant-Man, into the Quantum Burst one.
Then there's also the White Vision, because that could be like
he's going to come back at some point.
Oh, definitely. Like that could be like a new Avengers one, because there is White Vision.
Unless he comes into maybe Doctor Strange.
Yeah, you never know.
Because that's the thing with that. Obviously, I was reading recently. Obviously, that
film is always there.
They're coming up. Yeah, they're coming up to basically finishing filming it, and nothing's been leaked at all from the set, which is very weird. Because you look at Thor Ragnarok. I mean, not Thor Ragnarok. The new one that's coming out, Thor Love and Thunder. There's been a lot of set photos which confirmed a lot of stuff, but that's the one thing that they've kept so secret. So, for all we know, Paul Bettany could be in that movie as Vision. I
think it's good though. But there's also Wiccan and Speed.
Obviously, that's obviously going to lead into how she's fucking up the multiverse because she's trying to bring them back to life.
Yeah. Also, she finally gets a name.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Like, I honestly thought she was called Scarlet Witch before, but
no,
apparently not.
She's never has been. She's always just been called Wanda. I've never given her a name.
What was it? Nate or whatever. The dick. Tyler Hayward.
Yeah, Hayward. Yeah.
Yeah. He goes.
It's got a funny name.
No, I was just like,
Jimmy's like, yeah, nope.
No, I was like, oh, maybe not then.
That's the thing as well. I love with this show for the fact that they gave these minor characters from other films that had their moments in those films their own time to shine again. Like obviously, you say they brought Jimmy Woo back from Ant-Man and Wasp, and he was good.
Lewis,
exactly,
brilliant.
And he was good in Ant-Man and Wasp, and then they've just fucking made him this even better character in this for the fact that people now want a spin-off show about him. And for the fact that
the character building,
the guy who wrote this show, he's actually trying to pitch this to Marvel now to get his own sort of Jimmy Woo show. And obviously, say Darcy Lewis, she obviously was in the first 2 Thor movies, disappeared after that, and she was like obviously the sort of comic relief for those two. And she's coming to this. No, she is the comic relief again. She's coming to a new light. She's come. I think the fact that she wasn't in the movie since 2013's disaster that was Dark World, I think that's helped her now come back after. I'm trying to remember numbers. 8, 9, 10, 8 years. To people's obviously screens and go, actually, she's good again. She's funny in those movies, and now she's back again doing basically the crazy stuff she did before, as well as being the smart character, not overshadowed by the other smart characters in those. Because obviously, in the 2 Thor movies, she had obviously Selvig and Jane over her, which obviously overshadowed her smartness at times. Whereas this, she's the smart one out of all of them. Jimmy's obviously the detective, like and Monica's just the
badass,
basically.
Yeah, fucking brilliant.
Exactly.
Every Friday after work, just like
8 o'clock every morning, man. My TV. As soon as I got back in, TV on, sat back, watched it, went to bed. Simple as that was my routine. Then get up and watch it again.
Mine was go to work at 6 o'clock. Finish at 2, go straight on my computer, watch it.
So I had to watch it twice. Obviously, I want to watch it when I get up. When I get back in, because I want to get it straight away. I want to get all the knowledge straight away. I want to watch it and whatnot. Yeah. Enjoy it on the big screen in all its glory. Before we have to then watch it on a tiny screen. My mom, because she obviously liked it as well and she wanted to watch it. And I was like, yeah. The way you're gonna watch it is if I watch it. So I'll put it on, and obviously we used to watch it every Friday evening while I was eating.
Yeah, I kind of forced James to watch it.
Yeah, but James did enjoy it.
Yeah,
you got him into it. So
good.
It's one of those shows that literally a lot of people can get into. I know someone who I work with. He's not the biggest fan of it, but he hates the canned laughter shit. So it's definitely going to be something that he wouldn't like. But I mean, I enjoyed that part of it because it was obviously a bit different. It's a bit dumb at times, but it was a good amount of dumb. It wasn't taking itself seriously.
Parodies of older TV shows,
like Bewitched and Modern Family, Malcolm in the Middle,
Office,
Dick Van Dyke Show.
Yeah,
I just had to. My mind went blank. It was like, what was the first one again? Dick Van Dyke.
Was it I Heart Lucy or something like that? Was that a completely different show that I've just made up?
The first one was Dick Van Dyke. Second one was Bewitched. Third one was I think it's like the Brady Bunch or That 70s Show, something like that. The fourth one obviously had no theme whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
Then the fifth one was more. Is that more? No, it was more. I think 6 was Modern Family. Fifth one was Malcolm in the Middle. Ignore me. That was the one I was thinking of. Then it was Modern Family. Basically, just went up in the years for basically sitcoms, and I like that. It's something very different to what we used to see with Marvel.
Yeah, I liked how it just changed slightly sometimes, and then massively.
So that's what I like with this, the fact that if you look at obviously all the Marvel stuff prior to this, or the movies for the past over 10 years now, they always focus more on the action. There was character development and whatnot, but a lot of it was focused on the action. And it's just saying, oh yeah, Iron Man's here, Cap's here. But this was okay, action's going to be very minimum in this. Last episode, pretty much it. Push that all aside. This is straight up character development, building up Wanda.
It's also something that you don't need anything to really watch it with. You don't need to have movies to build it up, technically. You can literally just watch the series as a series.
Wait, it sort of explains a lot of stuff, like the Vision stuff eventually anyway. And obviously it explains some of the stuff. So yeah, technically speaking, you can go into it without the knowledge, but
it's better when you do, because then you can see all the little things.
Yeah, it's better obviously if you do have the knowledge. But if you don't have the knowledge and can't be asked to sit through a fucking decade of movies, then it explains enough. But then again, I don't know why you'd be watching it if you haven't been following the decades of movies prior to it.
Although saying that though, there's also James who didn't watch the movies.
Yeah, he's watched most of them.
He's watched most of them, yes, but
he watched how many? He watched how many of us in cinema? Them? Probably not.
Nope.
Can you remember them?
I can remember most of it.
To an extent.
Yep.
See, there's your point.
But he's literally forgotten what movies he's watched.
It's James. He always
True.
forgets. I mean, obviously another thing with this as well. It's brought a bit like Mandalorian in a sense. It's brought this sort of big merchandise side of it as well.
Yeah.
For the fact that they've been able to capitalise. Obviously, they haven't been able to capitalise like Mandalorian did with the fact that obviously Grogu, because obviously that's just been fucking capitalised as hell right now. But I mean, you can't really see it behind me, but it's a bit blurred. But Funko Pops on the top, they're all WandaVision based. You got the black and white ones, you got the coloured ones, and then you got. Well, yeah, black.
Did you get the White Vision and Agatha Hart?
I pre-ordered them, yes.
Yes.
I pre-ordered them and the Monica one.
Good boy.
And they're going to re-release a Scarlet Witch one soon. So the bit when she's with the book. They're doing that one soon. So I'm going to pre-order that one to complete the set. Not just that as well, because literally right before recording, I had an email from Xavi. It's like, it's Marvel Day. And I clicked on it. They're selling like a replica Scarlet Witch tiara.
Is it?
And it's their Marvel Day, not actual Marvel Day.
Oh, yeah.
But then like a replica tiara from the end of the show, as well as the sword necklace. It's like 80 quid, I will say that, but... The merchandising, this is like brought another level of merchandising for Marvel. And it's shown now that they're willing to take the sort of risks of something is what you'd think maybe, you look at all the Marvel films stuff and you go, okay, these are all quite standard at times. Like there's comedy, there's action, there's dark, there's light. So it's not like they've not gone over, like stepped out of bounds essentially. They've kept within the lines of this colouring book. But this is obviously coloured out of the lines. It's coloured the entire page, and it's worked. So who knows? A lot of the upcoming, even not the upcoming ones, like obviously maybe ones they haven't announced. Maybe they'll take gambles like they've done with this. Obviously not to this extent of laughter and shit like that. The fucking old timey fucking sitcom style. But I mean, take gambles that they normally wouldn't take. Like they did with Guardians of the Galaxy. That was a gamble at the time. I don't know why it was a massive gamble. I think it was just for the fact that no one knew who they were. That was the whole reason it was a gamble. But it paid off. So hopefully, take more gambles. Because there's a lot of stuff they've announced that would be interesting if they took a different approach at times with.
Yeah, I think it was a very good gamble, especially like all together. The WandaVision and Guardians of the Galaxy, obviously. But we're not talking about that.
We're talking WandaVision.
WandaVision, yes.
But I mean, obviously, there's still a lot of questions that are left unanswered, which hopefully will all be answered either in other Marvel movies or more specifically when she's back in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So hopefully, there's a lot of stuff that would be answered there because obviously the cliffhanger ending of what is she literally just destroying the multiverse now by reading the book and trying to bring her kids back is basically what's happened with Vision and where's he gone off to. Is Agatha going to come back because obviously she's just wine wiped and just left her there. If they're going to bring her back to do something,
who knows, they might bring her back in the Fantastic Four, but later on down the line.
Who? Agatha?
Agatha, yeah.
Why Fantastic Four specifically?
Oh, in one of the comics.
Oh,
that's what I was going for. Yeah.
I feel like I feel like she's more tied to Wanda than anything now. I think she's one of those bad guys. There's obviously a lot of bad guys that are specifically tied to a certain character or a certain ranking. Like for example, fucking Zemo, the guy with the purple mask from. Well, he didn't have the mask technically in that, but the guy from fucking Civil War, the one who was basically trying to get Captain America and Iron Man to fight and destroy the Avengers. Yes. He's basically tied to essentially the Cap side of it at the moment for the fact that he's going to be the bad guy of the Falcon and Winter Soldier series, which comes out very soon. I can't wait for that one as well.
Yeah, it's like in what?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yep, day after Justice League comes out.
Yeah,
so that's going to be good. And maybe me and you might cover that one as well, Alex. Maybe.
Don't know. I haven't watched it yet.
Well, it's not out yet, is it?
Exactly. I haven't watched it yet.
But I mean, we can still talk about it.
I suppose.
But I mean, obviously, there's a lot of characters been introduced into this universe as well, which well, basically we need some more answers for and whatnot. So obviously the two kids, they've got. I'm assuming that's how, as I said, that's how she's going to destroy the multiverse, because she's going to bring them back. And it's going to fuck up everything. But I mean,
yep. Who knows? All the multiverses could be brought into one, like the Flash.
well,
But they didn't.
I don't think they'd do that with this, because at least with that universe, they were already showing there's multiple universes. Whereas this
one, it's just not really so much.
No. Obviously, it is multiple universes, but it's not focused on multiple universes. It's more focused specifically on a singular one. Exactly. I feel like
Spider-Man's the one that that branches out into multiverses.
Yeah. Obviously, there's some characters introduced that for people were a bit of a letdown. So obviously, a certain Boner, which is obviously was there to tie up the loose end of who's Ralph, because you never actually saw him. But obviously, you let people down because people were like, "Oh, but Fox's Quicksilver coming to this universe," which would have been interesting, but I feel like there's no point. Yeah, okay, it would have been their way of bringing Quicksilver back into the movies, but what's the point in using Fox's one where they're basically trying to ignore Fox's side of it? That was literally there just to tease people and essentially just be a big troll.
Basically, just like a little cock tease, you know?
Basically, yeah. They usually use a character just for a Boner joke.
Yeah.
They have balls to do that, I'll give them that.
I think it's good. But I think they might start to incorporate more mutants.
They are doing that, but I mean, I don't think they utilise the mutants from the X-Men's actual timeline.
Because loads of people thought WandaVision was going to kickstart it all, mainly because of people thinking of the comics with the House of M, where she basically gets rid of them all, but it could have been an anti, the opposite effect. So more mutants. Summon them all.
Because we haven't seen any mutants yet.
Yep.
I mean, there is a few things that I'd like to have seen within the show, don't get me wrong, but I think as an overall show, it was a gamble well paid.
Yes.
I mean, I think the biggest fucking troll of the show is fucking Vision, Paul Bettany. That comment he made of there's going to be a big cameo in one of the later episodes, and it's going to be an actor that I've always wanted to work with, and it turns out just to be himself as a different fucking Vision. That fucking troll, man. I loved it and I hated it at the same time. So I was like, oh, maybe we're gonna get to see Doctor Strange again or an actual obviously big name character or whatnot. And then it's just him. And then obviously it's cool for the fact that they've now brought Vision back into the world, for the fact that we now actually have the Vision again. It obviously was a bit of a kick in the bollocks for a lot of people, for the fact that they were waiting for some actual character to appear and not just Paul Bettany again. Even the fucking director didn't know how to defend him. He was like, yeah, he's dug his own grave. I'm just going to let him dig himself out again.
I'd love to go onto his Twitter and just see, after WandaVision ended, just
everyone just going, what the fuck? Be fair,
who was this person that was meant to be?
Fair that as soon as that fucking tease happened in the end credit of episode 8, sorry, was it? I think people knew straight away who he meant, and that's why everyone got pissed off. But I mean, I want to say the first 4, maybe 5 episodes. Obviously, there was no sort of end credit scene, was there?
No,
as the later episodes,
the last 3.
Yeah, as the later episode one, they had added end credits, which made it feel more like a Marvel show. Yeah.
So I remember, I the only reason I found out about the end credits is because I watched a YouTube video and it was the after credit scene. I was like, wait, what? Went straight to the episode.
I just leave it running. I just never bothered switching it off because I know what Marvel's like. I've walked out of movies many times and fucking never realised because I'm an idiot. And I'm pretty certain a prime example of that was, I want to say Ant-Man. I swear I walked out before the end of that, and there's one right at the end of that. And I was like, what?
You idiot!
Was it Ant-Man I did that for? I think it was.
Although I have got to be fair, the movie people do try to kick you out as soon as the movie's finished.
Yeah, what's the one I did? I did it for another one. I swear, it may have been the Wolverine. I did it for basically another one that wasn't. I don't think it was even a Marvel proper MCU one. It was just another Marvel film. I swear I did it for that as well. There's a couple that I've done it for, and then I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. But then there's obviously ones that I've done it for. There's been nothing. Example, Endgame. I sat till the very end of that movie, and
No, there was.
no, it was just a sound. There's
Yeah,
no.
exactly.
That was all there was. It wasn't obviously anything major. It was just obviously just a bye Iron Man essentially. But I mean, I sat all the way to the end. It's going. There's going to be some like big T. Oh, black screen sound. For fuck's sake! It's literally like the fucking ending of the Halloween
It's
2018 movie, because that movie ended with like the sound of breathing to signal the killer wasn't dead. And I was like, oh, okay. Literally, that's all it was. But I mean, even when obviously they didn't have the end credits and they didn't feel like full Marvel, it still felt enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, obviously.
You can't. I'll give them that hands down. It was very enjoyable. I thought the comedy, though obviously some people probably won't like some comedy moments. I found the comedy humorous.
Yeah.
The first episode of the comedy was a bit hit and miss at times, but I felt
that's the genre it was going for.
yeah.
So.
But I felt as it went along, a lot more of it came out better. Like the second episode when Vision swallowed the gum, I thought that was humorous when he was acting really drunk.
Yeah,
that was very funny.
Yes.
And obviously then episode 3 when it was all colorized, there's a lot of shenanigans because obviously she kept saying her water broke and obviously the fucking rain started pouring down. There's a lot of like stupid little jokes that were quite humorous. And obviously then when he sort of got into the modern times, it was going with a lot more sort of modern references and jokes, which obviously hit a lot more than a lot of the old ones probably would. But I really enjoyed, was it episode, Tom's mind's going there, 8, the one where it was all the flashbacky ones, when it was adding more layers to Wanda, for the fact it was showing her prior to Winter Soldier, it was showing her during Civil War, or just prior to it technically.
Yeah.
And it was showing her, Tom's trying to remember the other one, there was one more, prior to any of the fucking movies in general.
Yeah, like it started from her childhood to before her parents died.
Which explained then, obviously, why she was into these sort of sitcoms. So it's nice that they gave you that explanation, not just gone, oh, yeah, this is random. This she just randomly created this. At least there's an explanation to why she created this sitcom, was for the fact that.
And every kind of flashback that we had had a sitcom in it. So like when she was in before like Civil War. No,
it was the Civil War when it was Malcolm in the Middle.
No, before Age of Ultron. I think because there was the.
No, the first one was Dick Van Dyke's show. The first was Dick Van Dyke's show when she was a kid.
I think we're talking about different things.
The first sitcom you saw was Dick Van Dyke's show when she was a kid, when the explosion happened. The second was I'm not 100% sure what the second sitcom was. The one with the kid and the doll. I don't know what sitcom that was from.
I can Google
in the background. And then the third, obviously the one during actual Civil War, was Malcolm in the Middle, when Bryan Cranston got crushed by the fucking building.
Yeah.
So they basically were showing off each sort of sitcom within these, giving you more explanation to why specifically she chose these sitcoms. And obviously during that sequence where you got to see Scarlet Witch within the light, which was a really nice shot. And at the end of it, when it even came out of it, you got that's when obviously you got a name for the first time, which got everyone going, oh, what? And
they said the thing.
It was the first time we even got to see White Vision, which was nice as well. There's a lot to that episode that, though it was obviously there just to slow down the plot and bring you fully into the end of it, ready for the next episode, it was a very intriguing episode to watch. It was a lot different. It was kind of like episode 4. It fucked off the sitcom format and became its own sort of episode, which is why I probably like it. Obviously, episode 4, as you both stated, was a very good episode that focused on the characters outside rather than the sitcoms within. And though the sitcoms just like this were shown within these obviously worlds, it also showed a proper normal sort of show.
Yeah.
Have you figured out the sitcom yet?
Don't think so exactly, but like episode 1 kind of gave. Apparently, it started with I Love Lucy, Leave It to Beaver, and the Honeymooners. Yeah, don't think it's really basically all of the websites are absolutely garbage, and they don't have to show anything.
Fair enough. Okay, obviously we'll talk about the final episode if you want.
Yeah, sure.
So we've sort of given our little overview on most of the plot up to this point.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is where it all actually kicked off, the action side of it.
Yeah. Starts from the basement.
Yeah, it starts off with her getting out and obviously having to
no.
fight. She's already outside. The kids are wrapped at the fucking
Kids are
magic.
getting strangled.
Yeah, they're getting choked out, or as you say, choke me, daddy. And
Wow, that's a blow to the stomach and half.
no, you do say it.
Do I?
The amount of times Hayden's left the call because you keep saying stupid shit like that.
No, that's just me saying daddy.
You've also said choke me, daddy, many, many times. But
Shush.
but I mean, obviously, you start off with this bit where she's obviously fighting, but obviously you're getting revealed here. Magic's going, and
like getting sucked away like a straw.
Yeah,
in a smoothie.
And obviously, as it goes on, she's actually doing a lot of fighting. There's a Wizard of Oz reference straight away with the fucking boots into the car. I was like, oh! And then obviously Vision comes in, and she's like, Vision.
See, when I watched it, I was just, like, after the boots, I was expecting like a jump scare.
But no, it's Vision.
No, I know. But like they kind of got like used to the jump scares, like with the flashes of like the dead Vision, the dead Quicksilver, even though it wasn't actually Quicksilver, but yes.
Yeah.
And just like I was expecting one, and then it wasn't. It was just White Vision. I was just like,
Who then tries to crush a skull.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? And obviously then Vision comes out of nowhere, throws him into that fucking fucking RV to blow the fuck up.
Yeah. Like he just touches it, and it just explodes. I'm thinking.
And then they did obviously the iconic line from the trailer of "This is our home, let's fight for it." And both of them basically teamed up with obviously Wanda fighting Agatha. And Vision fighting Vision, and they're both back. Obviously, I think they're both quite decent fights. Obviously, Wanda's less physical and more mental, more than anything. Like Agatha's just breaking down her mind, trying to fuck with her, whereas Vision's are more pow, pow, pow. I do like the Vision fight because if you watch every other movie when Vision's fighting someone, it's always he always just goes like sort of hollow and just goes through people and does it that way. But they both can do it this time. They're both literally going through one another, which is a bit intriguing to watch.
So like you'd see like one of them throw a fist, and then like I think in one of the scenes, Vision's fist was inside his arm.
Yeah.
So like he was like punching him through the arm.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So like there was like tangled up together.
It was more hard hitting fight than anything.
Yeah.
And then it went mentally. It went mental at the end when obviously he was like, "Oh yeah, you can't kill me because you're saying you're trying to kill the true Vision, but I ain't the true Vision. I'm just like part of her mind." He's like, "What?" He's like, "Technically, you're the true Vision, but you're also dead at the same time." They're like, "I'm sorry, I don't compute here. My computer's overloading. Can you speak to me a bit better?" "Oh, hold on. Bink. There you go." "Oh, okay. Bye bye. I'm Vision."
Yeah. So basically, he just unlocked all the memories that Vision had.
Yeah, he basically brought Vision back to life.
But it's not like the true Vision still.
No, because he's got no stone in his head.
Yeah.
He's just He's just more Vision than what the Vision in the show was, basically.
Yeah.
Because he's just got that had no body, but it had the mind. Whereas he had the body without the mind, but now he's got both. So technically speaking, he's sort of the true Vision, but he
doesn't really have the mind still, because it's still. I think, like this is just speculation, but like, he's still a computer, so he hasn't got the Mind Stone to think for himself. Like, yeah, he can guess like what's right and wrong, but at the same time, he's not going to grasp like all emotion and all that. Because if he did, he would have stayed with Wanda, most likely.
I feel like he left though because he was like he was still trying to figure it out. I feel like maybe though he's unlocked his mind, maybe not all of it's unlocked fully, so he's gone off to allow it to unlock a bit more.
You never know.
I'm hoping though he stays with White Vision for a while and has to earn back the colour. Like maybe eventually he earns back the obviously red, gold, and
green.
Maybe hopefully eventually he earns that back. So who knows? But obviously the Wanda fight again, that was full on psychological at times. Though obviously she was throwing a lot of magic, it was more psychological for the fact that Agatha was unlocking everyone's mind, and it was like they're all saying like, "Oh, we want to go? we've got people out there. Just please let us go and whatnot. And obviously,
But then it was just like
Wanda tries to
socially strangling.
yeah, she was
Wanda.
literally strangling them. Then
Yeah, because she was like kind of broadcasting what she was feeling, and that's how she was feeling at the time.
yeah,
Kind of strangulized by socialization and like
but instantly
the
realised.
reject.
But it instantly realised, no, stop, stop, and obviously she released them. And they're like, oh, just let them go. Heroes wouldn't keep hostages, and she does. She tries to let them go.
Yeah,
She starts ripping open the barrier, but in the process,
but then,
Vision starts coming apart. The kids
And then
start
the
coming
kids-
apart, so she has to bring it back together.
that was the one part James almost cried at.
And then they go, Incredibles, and they all team up.
Yeah, kids, we didn't train you for this.
Deal with the
Which was-
military. I do like that. Obviously, they obviously split up again to deal with the fights. Because I think was this the point when he went off to fight Vision again? I think he went off to fight Vision.
Vision.
He went because obviously
Before, like, he went.
yeah,
like,
he
mental.
fixed that, and obviously Wanda went after Agatha again. Whereas the
Yeah.
kids dealt with the military,
Yeah,
which was quite humorous. 'Cause obviously, Wickham was doing all the magic and all that, holding the guns so they couldn't shoot.
I don't know actually what they did because, like, in some scenes you could see like a little blue, like, mind thing there.
I felt like he was basically just stopping them from pulling the trigger.
Yeah,
And obviously Wiccan then stole all the guns and the hats and the glasses and basically did
Yeah.
a quick sub from Days of Futures Past where he's wearing the hat and the glasses. And obviously fucking, as you say, fucking that
Yeah.
asshole fucking Haywood comes in and starts trying to shoot him.
and then
Monica has to get involved, showing off all her cool powers. Which I liked
even though she
in
didn't know how to fucking use them yet.
I think it was episode 7 when you first saw her powers happen.
Yeah,
When she comes crashing down, her eyes were all lit up and all that. That was cool. But then obviously you get to see the bullets just pass through us like, woohoo!
I kind of wish they showed more of her.
I feel like they're saving her for
Like,
Captain Marvel 2.
Yeah, I
This is
get
just an
like it's
intro.
not her show, but I think a bit more of a tease could have happened.
I feel like this is more just like showing off her, just to get you
Oh,
like to
yeah.
tease her ready for Captain Marvel 2, where you're going to see a lot more of her. So that's more than anything, because obviously, as you said, it's more Wanda and Vision's show. So everyone
Yeah.
else is more side character that is there just to remind you, okay, these characters exist, or these characters, this is how they got their power. We're
Yeah.
going to see
They're
it
more
happen.
they're more side boob than the boob.
Basically, yeah. But I mean, obviously, when the fucking Wanda fight actually gets like more into it, when it's all red and everything in the sky, blasting the shit out
Yeah.
of it, and Wanda just turns to like a skeleton at one point. That was a really cool, really well CGI'd fight. And obviously, then she comes back to life. It's like, oh yeah, I put runes around you. You can't do anything. Because I love that with Agatha when she's like, da, da. Oh shit, da, da, da. And obviously, Wanda's obviously like, yeah. Runes. Thanks for teaching me that. Well, you can see straight away that Agatha's fingers that it's not working for the fact she's got all the black
Yeah,
fingers on the fingers. It's like, oh shit.
I think she had that from the beginning. You know,
Maybe I didn't really pay attention to her hand till that point because she
Yeah.
wasn't really going blah blah like that. There wasn't that
I
much
also-
focus on it.
I did find it kind of amusing how Wanda took Agnes back to the Salem witch days, but then they turned on her.
Yeah,
just
because she was the
she
full-on witch.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, because obviously
And yeah,
I like that in that sequence when she disappears and she wants to teleport because invisible, and next minute
it's just goes.
she replicates the fucking Age of Ultron thing when she got Iron Man when she stealthed up behind him and went dink.
I thought that was so fucking creepy.
It was really creepy. And it was really well done. A really well done throwback to Age of Ultron. And then she went back to the Salem witch trials, which you saw in the last episode at the start, giving us
Yeah,
Agatha's backstory, which was nice for him to do. And obviously, they said the witches turn on her because she's the true witch. She's the Scarlet Witch, the most dangerous witch around. And obviously,
yeah,
Wanda has
because
to
she's gonna bring down the world.
exactly. And obviously, Wanda has to snap back into reality to deal with Agnes
Yeah.
there. And in the process, with the power she's now got, she literally becomes a Scarlet Witch, which kind of annoyed me because the blast they did when she got the powers and she got the suit and whatnot, that is the exact same sequence they did in fucking Dark Phoenix. When,
Yeah, I remember you saying
when
this.
Jean gets blasted at the very start by all the cosmic rays, that is literally the exact same. The pose and everything is near enough the exact same. Obviously, the only thing different is the colours slightly because it's more red for Scarlet Witch.
I'm not gonna lie, I've not seen Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix. I really wanted to, but I keep forgetting to watch
Well,
it.
I was gonna say
but
it's on Disney. It's on Disney Plus, so you can watch it on there.
yeah,
But I mean, just watch that scene at some point. Don't even have to watch the film,
Yeah.
and just tell me it does not look. It basically they haven't just copied the same sort of style.
Yeah,
'Cause
I will. Don't worry.
I like accepted it
But
was cool sequence, but obviously it kind of I was like, I kind of stole it from basically a worse project. But
can we talk about the outfit?
yeah, the fucking though I didn't mind
Fucking
Scarlet Witch's
hell.
outfit prior to this when she just Wanda. That outfit was fine, but I mean
Mm.
now she's got the tiara and she's got this new cool outfit. So obviously the outfit was teased in the posters because if you looked at the posters before on the TV screens, you
Yeah,
saw glimpses of the outfit. But this, as a full shot, looked really
looks so
fucking
good.
amazing. So obviously they couldn't. They've already stated they won't use the actual comic accurate one. It's too over
Yeah,
sexualized. But obviously that's
but
why we
there's
got it
two
for the.
versions of it though.
How do you mean?
Because there's the version where she was fighting, where she didn't, where she had the tiara, like it was like nice, nice.
Yeah.
But then, like at the end, after all the fighting, when she was just about to fly off after talking to Monica, she had like a separate kind of version. Well, in my eyes, it was a separate kind of version because it had
Might
like a,
might have been just the digital effects slightly
because
changed.
like it had like a hood.
Oh yeah,
And,
I think it's
like,
just like an extra bit she's got.
yeah,
Maybe it's just
like
because you couldn't see it properly when she's fighting.
I
So
don't know,
obviously,
like
when she was fighting, she was
yeah,
more light shows, blah blah blah. So maybe
blah blah blah.
maybe you just couldn't properly see it. But
Yeah,
I'll give them
but
credit; they made a really good outfit.
they did. They really did.
That's one thing Marvel always do is make really good costumes.
But to be honest, is it going to be the final outfit though? Because I don't know if it's going to be the final one that they do in like
Well, if
the
you look
rest
at
of the shows.
if you look at the bit at the start in the episode 7, sorry 8, when she sees herself in the light, the Scarlet Witch, it's the same outfit. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming that's gonna that I don't think they'll change it now. I think that'll be a final outfit for a
No,
while.
I mean like they might like give it a bit of a polish.
I think,
Like,
I think they
movie
might
vibes.
alter like certain parts of it later on. But I mean, for the now on, I feel like they're
Yeah.
gonna stick with this design.
Like I think it's a very good design though,
Yeah,
and I think compared to like the Halloween costume that she used, I know it was Halloween, but like
you mean Connor's favorite costume? Wink, wink, nudge,
Sure.
nudge.
I'd love to see him wear it. But yeah, there's a bit. They chose the better one.
Well, as I said, they said they would never go with that version for the fact it was over sexualized. That's why they wanted a more, obviously, sleeker, badass, more menacing design, which they did go for in the end.
And so fucking good.
Give them credit there. And obviously, the episode sort of flows on with, obviously, Agatha becoming normal because she's sort of blocked all her magic out of her mind. All that. It's like, oh, you're imprisoned in this town. Oh, you're going to
give you the part that you actually wanted.
The nosy neighbour.
Yeah.
Because obviously, Agatha's like, oh, you'll need me for what's coming. You don't know what you've unleashed. And she's like, oh, I know how to find you. And also do a few more wisecracks with Agatha before they obviously separate and head off home.
Here and now.
And then there's that obviously the sad moment where she she tucks the kids into bed and she sees the light coming, and eventually, obviously, she does the same with Vision. Now that heartwarming moment before he disappears.
You say heartwarming moment. Depends who you talk to.
You mean James is a psychopath?
Yeah. With the see you later. And that he just fucking starts burst out laughing.
It's not funny, it's heartwarming.
Exactly. He thinks it's funny because like of what a thing to say.
He's heartwarming, he's an arsehole. Leave him at that.
I know he is.
But I mean, the sadness of the fact that she's got to see Vision disappear and she knows upstairs her kids have done the same.
Yeah.
And then obviously she has to then walk all the way through town past everyone she's fucked up for the entire series and be like, doop de doo doop. That's why she's got the hood up. It's like doop de doo.
It was only for us like 7 days though.
Yeah, but 7 days for them felt like an eternity.
True. I mean, they did have to go through all of her pain.
Exactly.
Which you'd think that, they know her pain now, so they should be a bit more lenient with her. But I guess not with them selfish bastards.
But yeah, obviously, Wanda and Monica are sort of becoming sort of buddies slightly. They respect each other to an extent. Obviously, Wanda heads off with her hood and whatnot and flies out. And then that's obviously pretty much the ending of the episode. And obviously, we then get some end credit scenes where we see Hayward getting arrested because Darcy fucking rammed into his truck for the fact that he was going to run over the kids and Monica, but Darcy come out of nowhere after being absent for 2 episodes and just fucking took him out. Obviously, Wu and Monica, sort of become buddies as well.
Yeah, and saying like how being in charge suits Wu.
And obviously then we got the scroll tease as well, when Monica went off to meet someone, and it turned out to be the kid from Captain Marvel, the scroll child from that. And she's like, "Oh, your friend upstairs wants to speak to you," which obviously Sam Jackson, which obviously
I was going to say
Nick Fury.
It was Nick Fury, wasn't it? Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh," and obviously that's not even the only credit we got, because we got that last one as well, where we see Wanda doing a Doctor Strange in a sense where she's out of body. So she's
no. Oh yeah, she was making a cup of tea.
Yeah, she's doing a cup of tea, but she's doing the out of body thing that Doctor Strange did in his movie when he's reading all the books, because she's reading the book, obviously breaking the multiverse, because she can hear her kids like saying, "Mom, help us."
Mom, yeah.
And she's like, boom.
But you can tell she's a lot stronger than Doctor Strange.
Well, they've already stated she's the one that destroys the Sorcerer Supreme. But
the thing is, it's just that she doesn't know how.
Yeah.
And that's why she's reading the book.
Yeah. And
I like how she's just out there making a cup of tea, sitting, watching the scenery, while she's just in the fucking back room, while Doctor Strange just has to sleep.
Exactly. In fact, no, he was. Yeah, then again, they have a different sort of magic. That's why she's doing it, obviously using a chaotic magic that has no basic spells whatsoever. Whereas Doctor Strange, he's doing it using his basic sorcerer magic and whatnot. So he has to really. So it's going to be interesting to see them two collide. So I feel like they're definitely going to collide, or she's going to. I feel like she's going to be sort of a slight villain in the Doctor Strange movie, and he's going to have to try. I feel like he's going to have to try and stop her slightly, but. He's obviously he's gonna have to try and snap her out of this. So that's how I think it's gonna sort of work. I feel like she's not gonna be the major villain, but she's gonna be sort of villain-esque, and she's gonna have to, eventually she'll become a good guy again and join him, or maybe not. Maybe she'll become full villain. Who knows?
I doubt it, but yeah,
you never know. Marvel fucking
true. You never know. Like I'm just saying, I doubt it.
They probably won't, but I mean, who fucking knows? Marvel don't fucking. They do whatever they fucking want. They fucking troll you half the time. Oh, it could be Quicksilver. No, it's Boner. Who fucking knows? So, yeah, obviously, just to quickly sum up.
It was a great show.
Solid season. Obviously, it's going to be one. This is just one season, and that's it. And I don't think they'll do any more because they're going to focus more on her within the movies now, because they've already said that some of the shows are going to get second seasons. I feel like. This one's not going to. Hawkeye probably will, for the fact that they can show more about her taking over the mantle. I don't think Miss Marvel. It might. I think actually that one might. I don't think she's going to go into Captain Marvel. I feel like she's going to get another go round. She-Hulk will probably get another go round. There's a few that I definitely get another go round, but I feel like this.
Maybe Loki.
Maybe. I feel like this is one that's not. This is a one-shot season.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see how they would manage to do.
Yeah, another season, but I feel like it's not going to. So
yeah.
So we give it a cheeky rating, because I feel like we've spoken enough of our stuff. And obviously, though, this doesn't count towards the Chat Cave ending of whatnot. This is its own universe. Maybe there might be awards for TV side of it. Who knows?
Depends how many we do.
Yeah, there's a few. There's loads of Marvel ones coming out this year. And there's obviously a lot of DC ones that are coming to an end that we could do.
Yeah, like the
Flash. That's finishing this year, so who knows? Supergirl.
I used to like that one.
I'm gonna give WandaVision. I feel like a solid 9 out of 10. I feel like it deserves a good 9. I feel like some of the episodes maybe an 8, but I feel like a majority were higher overall quality. That gives you that 9 overall. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for me.
I agree. 9.
Nice. Simple.
I really liked it. It was something to look forward to every week. Something that you just got addicted to. So yeah, I'm agreeing. 9.
Okay, then so that gives it a Chatter Cave overall rating of a simple 9 out of 10.
9.1.
And then round it down to a 9.
Yeah. Although for James, round it up to a 10.
Yeah, I feel like that covers everything. I'm not doing the question of the day is for the movies. So I don't want to try and I haven't even thought of one. So this was literally just come off the most of this. We haven't even made any points for this. Like I do fucking the normal ones. We literally all from the noggin. This one is.
Yep.
So
that's why it's all scatterbrained.
Yep. So
question of the day.
Why is it scattered?
Outro? Oh, intro.
What do you mean by that?
The different Wandavision intros.
Oh, at the starting.
Yeah.
Wow, you're asking me a question there. Jeez. I'm gonna.
I've just thought of it.
I'm gonna say the Oh, which episode's it in? It's the one with Vision's got the paper and he's fucking bashing his kid over the head.
And that was the new one.
Is that episode 6 or 7?
I think it was episode 7.
Yeah, it was either the Malcolm. I think it was the Malcolm in the Middle one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Malcolm in the Middle one. That's the one I like. I like that one. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. It's gotta be Agatha all along.
That was an
If we
that was
do
an
the proper
intro.
one.
That wasn't an intro.
It's kind of a bit of both, wasn't it?
It was the end of an episode, not the start.
I class as an intro, but oh well. I've got to say it was the second one.
Oh, the Bewitched. That one's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of references within that animation.
Yeah. Yeah, I did like that one.
Okay. Yeah, I think that basically covers everything we can think of. I don't know exactly where this is slotting. I think it may the slot in before Batman vs Superman, if I get it edited in time. So
Who knows?
if it has, then you'll be seeing Batman vs Superman after this.
Make sure to check me out on YouTube.
Yeah, check him out on Geeky Bear. I'm on there most of the time, especially now with Danganronpa,
Yeah.
where we have a good laugh. And obviously he's got the ending of his Pokemon show coming up, so you could check out the entire show entirely. He's done Mario before. Go and check all that stuff out.
You can skip Mario.
It's the one he just by himself. Skip it. But yeah, so this has been a very different Chatter Cave podcast. Thanks for coming along, Alex. Exactly. Who knows, Alex? For TV ones, you may be my co-host, like we were originally going to do.
Yeah, I remember that one. Where'd that go?
It died like everything else we tried to do together.
Yep.
2020, everyone. 2020.
May rest in peace.
See you later.
See ya. Peace.